WCCF Tech coverage of CES 2017 is brought to you in part by Radeon Technologies Group.
And welcome back to WCCF Tech, everyone, and this is continued coverage of CES 2017, and today we're going to be talking about the keynote from NVIDIA on the first night of CES and kind of some of the topics that they hit on. Now, NVIDIA definitely took aim at TV gaming, whole house AI, as well as self-driving cars and car AI. And the one thing we didn't get was a GTX 1080 Ti, so if you're here looking for that, sorry, you might want to just come on back for the next video. First big thing that they announced, the new GeForce Now is actually coming to all PCs. So, well, most all PCs. So Windows and Mac-based computers now have access to GeForce Now. Now, GeForce Now is a cloud-based streaming service. Now, this is going to bring PC gaming to millions of PCs and Macs that currently may not have the capabilities. So you simply download an app and play, sort of. Now, they showed off playing Rise of the Tomb Raider on a Mac, which was pretty cool. It seemed to be running fairly well, and the few people I've talked to that have tried it said it works pretty well. Now, pricing and availability wise, you're going to have to register, and when you do, you get 8 hours of gameplay on a GTX 1060 or 4 hours on a GTX 1080. Interesting that they did it that way. They didn't really go into details during the keynote about that, but it is on their site listing out the specifications. Now, for an additional $25, gamers can get 20 hours of gameplay on a GTX 1060 or 10 hours on a GTX 1080. So, you know, you pay for more, you get better quality, so to say. Following up on GeForce Now, they announced the new Shield, which is kind of cool, unless you're like me and you just bought a Steam Link. Now you're like, man, I kind of wish I'd saved. Anyway, so the new Shield is not only featuring a new controller, but it also brings 4K HDR game streaming to the living room. So going past that 1080p, taking advantage of the new HDR features that are coming along with new games and movies and such. Now, the biggest kicker here is the Steam integration. Remember when I said, fortunate for those of us who just bought a Steam Link when it was on sale? I guess you got it cheap enough. Either way, it now has full Steam integration, so you'll be able to use it similar to a Steam Link. So you'll be able to stream your Steam games using that function. It's just an app on there. It runs natively. It's great. It's good to see that come to it. That's something that I felt like that actually kept me from buying the original Shield, was that simple fact. Taking the new Shield and going a step further, NVIDIA introduced the NVIDIA Spot. Now, say what you will about something in your house listening to you and responding to your commands, but the NVIDIA Spot is like an extension for the NVIDIA Shield, and it's something a little bit different for the company. Now, when paired with the Shield, it can make your house a fair bit smarter. Using Google Assistant and Smart Hub integration, the Spot extends intelligent voice control throughout your home. So they showed us a demo of how you would use something like this in your house, and they showed somebody while they were getting ready, decided they wanted to listen to some music, and they're like, hey, can you get me an Uber? All right, cool. So they called them an Uber, and then like, hey, what's the weather going to be like so I know how to dress? So gave them all that information, took care of an Uber, played them some music. Kind of cool if you're into that sort of thing. So it might be something you want to keep an eye out. And the new Shield is only going to be $199 for the regular, $299 again for the Pro. And the NVIDIA Spot is coming later, but it's looking to be around $49.99. So that's kind of cool. Now, NVIDIA spent a lot of time talking about transportation. And I know a lot of people who are into gaming and stuff aren't really going to care about that, but I did see something very useful and pertinent, and that I think will be great going forward, especially as we see more widespread adoption. And if you've got loved ones on the road or you drive a lot yourself, you can see where something like the AI co-pilot can come into a really good perspective. So you've got DriveWorks and MapWorks coming from NVIDIA working together to map out and lay out and make sure your car is driving right. But this AI assisted co-pilot will actually help you see things that you don't see. So if you've got a bicyclist up ahead off the road, it's going to tell you, hey, there's a bicycle up ahead in this direction, this far away from you, or behind you, my motorcycle approaching from the rear. These are things that you may miss, or if your eyes are drifting or whatever, that it'll actually catch that and get your attention to get you back on the road. So that's kind of about the end of the big things that they talked about. There were some partnerships announced or whatever. So you want to see that, there's a full link. There's a link here for the full keynote. If you really want to see that, that's fine. That's cool. But that's kind of where we are. And most of that was for gaming. But I did want to throw in the point about the self-driving cars and the car AI, because I felt like that is actually really useful and something that I like to see more of. All right, guys, so this has been Keith with WCCF Tech, and we'll catch you all in the next video.